Welcome, everybody, back to the Ball and Blitz podcast. Joined as always by my co-host Jaden Seeger. What's going on, man? How's it going?
Not much. It's going good over here. I'm particularly excited about this episode we got going today.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one for sure. Um, I'm doing better than probably Golden State Warriors fans are right now.
Oh,
Majority of them, all
yeah,
of them,
that was
if they
brutal.
still exist.
That was hard to watch.
It was pretty gross. I've never seen a patellar tendon dislocation, like, because that's like a football injury. That's shit you see in football all the time.
hmm
Never actually seen what that looks like. It's pretty gross.
It was
Um,
gross. Yeah, but Kevin Ware did irreparable. Oh
yes, he
my
did.
goodness, I can't say words. But yeah, he did. Nothing looks bad after you watch Kevin Ware's injury. If you haven't seen
Yeah,
it, don't.
don't. It's one of the. I mean, it is the most gruesome sports injury ever. It's not even like kind of close.
Oh yeah, like in
I think
like
like Tank Dell's would have been similar, but he was wearing
yeah,
tights.
you couldn't
You
really
couldn't
see it
see
because
it.
he was wearing stuff over top of it.
Yeah,
You like
but
could see
his was like the exact same shit. He was just
you
wearing tights.
you could see Kevin Ware's bone.
Yeah, and if you
The
look
one
it up
thing,
on Google, there are 4K HD pictures
the
of
thing with
just
Kevin Ware's that doesn't make any sense is like he didn't he if I remember correctly, I was young when it happened, but like he didn't get hit by anybody, didn't he just
No, it's
land here?
non-contact. I remember this shit because it's seared into my memory because I was watching that. I think it was Louisville, Kentucky.
It
It
was
was
Louisville,
definitely
Kentucky, I believe. I
Louisville,
believe it was
Louisville
Kentucky.
Duke. Was it
Oh, it
Louisville
was
Duke?
Duke?
I think it was Duke.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he jumped to contest a shot, and the toe, I think it was his right leg. His toe was pointed like straight downward, and he landed on it, and all of his weight like collapsed onto his right leg, and it just fucking everything snapped. And the reason I bring this up is because I see people on Twitter who are like, "Is this the most gruesome injury ever?" I'm like, "No.
Talk about
No, it is
Moody.
not. It's not even the most gruesome injury in the sport." Yeah, go watch that Kevin Ware injury if you think I'm lying, because that shit is yeah, that's absolutely nasty work. But anyways, football is what we're talking about today.
Hell yeah.
Got a pretty fun episode. We're gonna go over five each of our guys in this year's draft class. It's kind of like an overused term. Like you'll hear every analyst has their guys, but I think it's like a fun insight, like looking into like how you kind of evaluate players and like what
Mhm.
you value. I think we both kind of talked about who we are gonna roll with our five pre-pod. 10 different names we'll talk about. Give about 4 to 5 minutes on each of them, maybe a little bit less, 3 to 4 minutes on each of them. Also, wanted to talk about the JSN extension and just contracts in general, the inflation of contracts, and quite honestly, the deflation of other contracts or of contracts at other positions, more non valuable positions.
Mhm.
This all stems from that Christian Kirk contract.
Yep.
How long ago was that at this point? That was
Is that 21?
2021 off season?
Is that 21? I
Yeah, I
think.
think that's right because that was the Tyreek Hill off season as well, and the Devonte Adams off
Yep.
season as well. Who they also, it was Christian Kirk got it started, but as far as like top end contracts, it was those two, and it was Devonte Adams to the Raiders first, and then Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. It's just kind of like insane what numbers are getting thrown out there right now, and
Yeah.
obviously Seattle had to do this. They were never letting him walk. They were never trading him. That was never even a thought in their mind. They gave him four for $168.6 million, $120 million guaranteed. He's under contract till 2031. He's a Seahawk for the rest of his career, essentially. The rest of his um yeah, I mean, this is just what wide receivers go for now. And not just wide receivers. We've seen the edge market
Yep.
completely balloon. I'm curious what the Linderbaum contract does to the interior offensive lineman because I feel like that contract is so outlandish that you
Yeah.
can't even use that as like a benchmark. Like if you're who's I'm trying to think of another center outside of Creed Humphrey that's about to get paid. Um why am I blanking? Regardless, like Creed Humphrey is this next center. He's going to get extended next offseason. He would be the guy to jump that number if he were to. But I like some of these contracts that get thrown out by teams that just have infinite amounts of money essentially.
Yeah.
Like just completely fuck the market, and
Yeah.
this happens every year, like
Hmm.
maybe you'll go an off season where there isn't just a gargantuan like I think last year was a relatively tame off season. I think a lot of the corners got paid, uh, rightfully so. I'm kind of blanking on like who got paid last year.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Honestly, even 2 seasons ago was pretty normal. Like that was the year of the running backs, but even none of the running
yes,
backs really got like any crazy deals. Like
right,
Derrick Henry makes what, like 8 AAV, and
yeah,
then
it's
Jacob makes like 10 to
I
12 or something.
yeah, I looked over after the Kenneth Walker signing. I looked over the contracts and it's like I think Derrick Henry's has the highest cap hit in football, I believe. It's him or Saquon, I believe. Still,
Saquon would sound right.
I think it's him or Saquon. Anyways, it's not a huge number. And what really made me like interested in the deflation of contracts is the Devin Lloyd contract that got handed out. It is the exact same contract that Nick Bolton got for the Kansas City Chiefs. And if you know anything about Nick Bolton and Devin Lloyd as players, you would know that you could not find two further apart human beings at the position. But it just goes to show, like, what, like market structure every single year, like, it changes every single year, like, and with the salary cap like constantly increasing, like, it's just going to get I don't like want to say worse because like that sounds negative, but like it is just going to get worse. Like contracts are just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, and
Not to say like the JSM one's bad, but yeah.
yeah, and I don't know if I'm the only one who like thinks this, but I think it's just kind of like yeah, contracts are going to inflate and deflate as the years go on, depending on like positional value, GMs getting smarter or dumber, whatnot.
Hmm.
I do think it's kind of funny, kind of weird how the wide receiver market and is exploding right now, in the running back and off-ball linebacker uh, market is kind of like losing value. It at the same time, teams are running the ball more than they have
Hmm.
in a very long time, and they are like dependent more on run stopping, like good off-ball linebacker play. Yet off-ball linebacker market is getting worse. Running
Hmm.
back market is getting
And
worse.
look, this was the year for that market to reset. If it were to be any year, because Devin Lloyd, he's
Hmm.
coming off of one of the better off-ball linebacking seasons we've seen in years.
Hmm.
Just as far as turnover creation, like causing chaos in the backfield, just the green dot on defense, getting everybody like he does everything. Was excellent for Jacksonville. And looking on Jacksonville's offseason, no idea why they didn't bring him back. Like not even just at that number, but like in general. I'm not exactly sure what their plan is, but yeah, I mean like this was the year for that market to reset and even Trent McDuffie got paid this offseason. That's a nickel corner. I don't know how much nickel he plays in LA given the contract, but like we're coming up on the Devon Witherspoon contract, who is more 50-50 as opposed to a guy who's 60-40 slot versus boundary. Uh, Primary nickels are starting to reset the market now.
Hmm.
So there are just some positions, running back, linebacker, safety. I would have said interior offensive lineman until this
The
offseason.
Linderbaum, yeah.
Um, just they're just not getting, and I don't want to say they're not getting what they are worth because that's completely subjective to each
Hmm.
team, but it is just so like Gibbs is about to get paid, right? He's the next running
Yeah.
back in line to get paid, I believe.
Him
Gibbs
and
Gibbs and Bijan.
Bijan, yeah.
Yeah. Those two will reset the market. Well, one of them will reset the market, and then the one after will double reset it.
Yeah,
Um,
pretty much.
but even then, it's like, what number does that get to? Does that get to like 14, maybe, like annually?
Yeah, I don't know. it's really weird because like those like that type of that caliber of running back, it's like you pay them whatever the hell they want because they're worth it. It's just
Hmm.
I think it's really weird the way it's going. Like I would totally understand like if 2017 like 20 like 13 to 2017 like a wide receiver absolutely just nuked the market because
Yeah.
there was I mean teams weren't running Tampa 2 every play, like offenses were going ape shit throwing the ball, like that's just what it was. So if a wide receivers are more valuable, but now in a league where it's the running and passing is very close to not 50-50, but it's way closer than it's been in like a decade or two.
Hmm.
And the people that are responsible for how good your run game is and how good your run defense is are getting paid less. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. It's just contracts. I love to shit on contracts like what Alec Pierce got. But I also have to understand, like, by the time we're 2 years into this contract, he is going to be so far down the totem pole
Yeah,
as
it won't
far as
matter.
like who's paid above him that it almost doesn't like matter. You
Yeah.
know, like the JSN contract, absolutely worth every penny he got. Dude, he's in
Yeah.
2028. He's probably going to be like he's going to be a top 5 receiver in football still, 3 years from now or 2 years from now. He's going to be like wide receiver 11 in like how much he's paid. So
Yeah.
it's just funny how that works. Like we reset the market every year and then it gets reset again.
Yeah. And then you don't, people completely forget about every single contract outside of Christian Kirk because Christian Kirk was the one that blew it up and Christian
That
Kirk was also Christian Kirk. So,
that contract is like the biggest butterfly effect in free agency that at least I can remember. I'm sure there was some shitty contracts handed out before I started analyzing this game more in depth, but like that one in particular, I remember just being like nobody could believe it.
yeah, no, it was
Nobody.
ridiculous. I
Because
don't, I,
Jacksonville, like, not only were they not in a position to add a guy at that price, it was Christian Kirk.
there was no bidding war. Like,
I
there was no
know,
bidding war. Like,
dude.
his agent probably thought he was, like, woke up to a prank call.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I want to say put the agent in the Hall of Fame, but I don't even know if he did anything. He probably just heard the number and was like, what? I mean, yes,
He
he
didn't
probably
even have
didn't
to
even have to talk to
negotiate.
Kirk
Like,
about it.
he probably is like got the call and was like, "Are you are you sure? Are you positive? All right, cool."
He probably didn't
Jacksonville,
even talk to Kirk about it. He probably just accepted that for Kirk.
dude. That's kind of how I feel about the Jalen Phillips contract this year. It was like, "Hey, buddy, do you like Charlotte? No, too bad. 4 for 120. I don't know what they have down there, but get ready to watch some Hornets games courtside,
I mean,
buddy.
$30 million a year for 6 games of playing per season.
Hey, dude,
I'd take
he'll
that.
be pretty sick in those 6 games.
Oh man.
Anyways, do you wanna get into our guys?
Yeah, we can jump into the my guys.
Okay. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I can
Want
go
me to
first.
all right, go
So
ahead.
for mine, I have a guy who's a projected like mid to late first round pick. And then I have 4 kind of just dart throws. I just
Hmm.
wanted to shout out a guy I really like at his draft price in the first round because there's always
Same.
one that I really like.
Yeah.
And for me, that guy is Avion Terrell, AJ Terrell's brother.
Love him.
He is he's my cornerback 1. I do have him over Delane. I do have him over
Really?
McCoy. I really like Terrell. I really like his film. I think he is by far
I don't even hate
the
it.
best man corner in the draft. Like
Hmm.
he's not as good in zone. Like he's probably not as versatile as the other 2 guys. So me saying he's my cornerback 1 is obviously a hot take, but he is so good in man coverage. Like so good in man coverage. He is so sticky. He runs routes for wide receivers. He moves different. Like he's a great athlete. He is a great athlete. He's not like some 95th percentile athlete. Like he's not like a world beater athlete, but
He's
he's a
not like
great athlete.
McCoy. If McCoy would have
Yeah.
tested, he would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not that, but he moves different and he's lanky, he's tall, he has like good arm length and he can just run with guys because he I don't know if he's just a genius and he knows what wide receivers are running before they do, but like his hips move before the wide receivers make cuts, and
Mhm.
with his frame and his athletic profile and his just ability to stay in man coverage, he's going to break up so many passes. He's going to be he's going to have years where he intercepts 5+ passes because he's just going to be stuck to his man that often.
Mhm.
And like he's not even gonna have to jump routes. He's just going to be in the play because he's that good in man coverage.
Mhm.
And I him as a mid to late first, and like he has been sliding down draft boards, but like with other guys rising, he hasn't really risen. So he's kind of just staying where he's at.
He's
Like
been in
I
like
think it's
the
just a
25 to 30 range like the entire
yeah,
process.
and
So,
so I think it's just a good time to talk about it. Like he's just a really good player. He is going to be a great man corner in the NFL. Like
mhm.
I, there's not many guys I watch in college that are like that guy in man coverage is going to absolutely lock down your ever like any NFL team's wide receiver. But Terrell will. He will absolutely be a shutdown man corner. Like he just will be.
My
That's just what I see.
my favorite part about Avion Terrell is how good he is in run support for his size. He's not like he's not Witherspoon
Yeah, no,
like
no.
in defense, but he is for his size, man. He he in 2024 he had a 14.1% missed tackle rate. He dropped that to 10.4 in 2025, which PFF gave him a 77.6 tackle grade, which I feel like is underselling it almost. And I kind of get why they graded him that way because he does miss tackles, but it's not for a lack of aggression. Like he is getting in the run fit.
Hmm.
He will shove himself into the run fit. He will get downhill and he will stick his nose in literally anything. He he's just not, big enough to be like a sure like sub 6, sub 5% missed tackle
Yeah,
percent.
no, he's not one of those corners that's built like a safety that's just going to be an absolute anchor in the run game.
Yeah. Right. But like I don't have to worry about that because I know he's willing to put himself in
Hmm.
the run fit. And as a corner, like NFL teams, offensive coordinators are looking to get corners and safeties into the run fit. That's what they want to do. That is the objective of running outside zone, running sweeps. That is the goal. That's what you're trying to
Yeah.
do. And he, while I think he's probably going to have he'll have some pretty bad missed tackles in the NFL, I have no questions about his effort. No
Yeah, no,
questions
he's
about it.
going to try and he's going to make plays.
And as he gains play strength, like if you're telling me he's going to be a incredibly sticky man corner who also has the ability to play off coverage,
Hmm.
has the ball skills to do so, has the reaction time to do so, has like the detonation time to do so, pair that with like somebody who's already a good tackler technically, all
Hmm.
he has to do is add play strength. It's like, dude, we could be staring at. He's not the same player as his brother, but just in terms of like value, we could be staring at like the exact same level of player in year 2, year 3.
Yeah,
Like a Pro Bowl who, given the year, could sneak onto an All Pro
yeah.
if everything goes right.
Oh yeah, I agree. When I watch him, I think his ceiling is through the roof. He's long, he's aggressive, like he gets downhill, he doesn't play scared like a lot of corners do. I
Hmm.
Green Bay's Packer fan, I watch Carrington Valentine,
Shout out.
pussyfoot everything. He doesn't play like that. And usually like your sticky man corners, like it's going to be your smaller like 5'10", 5'11" corners like a Jair or something like that because it's easier to move with your like lower center of gravity. But
Hmm.
for his frame, the way he stays with guys in man coverage is just it's very rare, which is why I think I like him so much.
Hmm.
Because and then you add that he's a good athlete, so it's like he really doesn't have any flaws to me, and his ceiling with his man coverage and his frame I think is just something I wanted to shout out for a late first round pick.
For sure. For sure. I'm going to stay on the theme of secondary guys, and I'm going to go with TCU's Bud Clark. Bud Clark, to me, he is like a consensus late second, early third guy, I suppose. Like nobody's taking him in the first round. And
No.
this is an kind of off. This is an incredible defensive back class, like really good
Hmm?
cornerback and safety. Bud Clark is your stereotypical like roaming free safety. He is a guy who, if you're running cover one, he's going to be the guy in that deep zone. If you're running robber, he's going to be the robber. He is just a dude who he had 15 interceptions in his 4 years in college. Nice combination of detonating downhill while still being able to move in open field in like zone coverage looks. You're not going to want him to be in man on man coverage. You want him to be your free safety. You
Yeah.
want him to be the guy that is, roaming in the back end of these defenses and taking away everything downfield in between the seams. I just think I see a guy like this every single year that is like has a pretty good like baseline at everything, but has exceptional ball skills. Like for example, I missed on this dude. Not the exact same player, but like Kalen Bullock was a guy who had incredible ball skills, like really good in zone coverage.
Mhm.
Man coverage was a question, tackling was a question, like the IQ was a question. He's one of the better roaming free safeties in all of football, playing for the best defense in all of football. That's kind of what I see Bud Clark as. I see him as a guy who it might be rough early on, like it was for Kalen Bullock, just getting adjusted to like the size and speed of the NFL.
Hmm.
But he's got good size, great ball skills, like really good at jumping lanes, like just jumping angles of receivers and tight ends. Like that's how he gets a lot of his interceptions, as opposed to just like winning one on one down the field, which is what I would prefer to see. I'd prefer to
Yeah.
see him jumping passing angles, understanding the concept offensively that they're trying to run, and just getting ahead of it. So Bud Clark is a my guy. I think earliest I'd take him is probably mid round two. Not because I think that's where he belongs. I just think the safeties in front of him are so good, like Downs, Warren, Thieneman. I think I have Halsey ahead of him, but that's it. So
Yeah.
top
It's a good
five in
player.
his position. I this is a guy like as far as I don't know what the ceiling is, but in terms of like, am I getting an NFL player who can play through three contracts? I think I would take Bud Clark, like
Yeah.
for sure.
That's a
I
good
love
shout.
Bud Clark.
That is a great shout. Um, I think I can move on to my second one,
Yeah,
and this guy reminds me a lot of a guy the Packers drafted a few years ago, in the fourth round out of Wake Forest, and I was a huge fan. I had him as a first round graded offensive lineman, Zach Tom, because if you can just pass block that well in college, I don't really care about anything else. You are going to have a role in the NFL. You're going to have a job for a long time, and that is Trey Zune. He is the best pass blocker in the class.
yeah.
Straight up, not even close.
Mhm.
It just is what it is. He is going to have to probably be an interior offensive lineman, which is fine, even though he's going to be a very long, like tall and pretty large guard or center. He's going to be 6'6", 320.
Mhm.
He does have short arms, which probably going to hinder him being a tackle. I don't really care. They said the same thing about Zach Tom, and Zach Tom's the second best right tackle in football right now. Um, but
Think about it, but yeah, he's up there. He's
Zune
really good.
had a 96.8 PFF pass block grade.
That shit doesn't even sound
96.8.
real, bro.
I don't care what anyone has to say about PFF. They have their flaws. One thing they're really good at is offensive linemen. They nail offensive linemen pass block and run block grades. They absolutely nail it. That's the one thing they do really well.
Which is so funny because like that would be like the position I figured they'd get the most wrong because of
Mhm.
like you just never know, and like you could say this with every position, but like you just never know what their assignment is.
Yeah.
Like who they're supposed to jump to on the second level, like what to do if the tackle next to them gets beat inside, outside,
Mhm.
all like the different shit that goes into it. But you are right, like the way they grade out tackles, like has been pretty spot on. Like
Yeah.
at least in the past like 3 to 4 years, it's like there's a pretty direct correlation to like PFF grading of offensive linemen and how they actually like shape out in the NFL.
Yeah, it's offensive line is like the one like position where you don't GMs will still do it, but you don't need to overthink it at all. You don't need to overthink it. Zach Tom came out of Wake Forest, smaller school. He was small. He played tackle. People thought he played guard. He went in the 4th round because of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's just one of the best right tackles in football. Don't do the same thing with Trey Zune. He's probably going to be a guard. He's probably going to be a guard. He could be a right tackle, like if the cards fall right. I doubt it. He's probably going to be a guard. He's 6'6". He's 320 pounds. He's a good athlete, and he's the best pass blocker in the class, bar none. Don't overthink it. Like, if this guy is his run blocking is a concern, especially for his size and his, like, strength. That's why you're getting him in the 4th round or the 5th round. You don't have a 2nd-round price tag on him. You don't have a 1st-round price tag on him. So I don't care about the run blocking. One, because he's 6'6", 320. That is fixable because he's going to play with power. He's a large guy. He just needs to get lower in the run game. Like he has a hard time moving people because he doesn't get low because he's tall and stands up straight, which is a lot of
level. I mean, pad level is
pad
like
level is bad.
Pad level is like the differentiator for like being a flyer on day 3 and then being like a guy who could sneak into day 1.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Like
Exactly.
it's such an important part of like what offensive linemen need to do.
Yeah, and it's fixable. Like there's guys that get drafted every year that have bad pad level, and then
yeah.
within a year or two they fix it. It's a technical thing. His pad level is bad. I'm not worried about it. I don't care because you give me his pass blocking. Say he is the worst run blocker in the NFL for his entire career. He's still going to be an average offensive lineman because his pass blocking is that good. He is.
And here's why the pad level is bad for Zune. And I noticed this because I watched it on Basantis as well, who's probably going to go in the top 50 picks. It's just a Texas A&M thing. I don't know why. It's just a Texas A&M thing. I think it like Le'Veon Moss getting hurt fucked with their running game and just could never really recover from it. So naturally, you're going to be more of like, we're going to use a lot of motion. It's going to be a lot of zone looks. It's going to be a lot of just like getting our offensive linemen in space as opposed to getting downhill running through your face.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's if you don't if that's not a part of like your game plan and your philosophy offensively, like you're not going to teach that as much. So and like Texas A&M had a very efficient offense. So like, or at least a passing offense. So look. I love Trey Zune. It's like why I texted you. I think that's a really good one because where does he fail? Like, what's the path to him failing? Like, he just never gets better technically as a run blocker. But like even then, it's like guys with this level of anchor as a pass protector just they just have careers. They just do.
They like sure like say he ends up being some team's like 3rd or 4th best offensive lineman because he just never really figures out the run blocking, which I think he will at least to get to average, or even if he's like below average, like that's fine. Just
if
don't
he
be
got
absolutely
to like
awful.
an above average as a run blocker, he'd be one of the better guards in all of football.
He's an all pro.
Yeah.
If he takes his run blocking to even slightly above average, he's an all pro. Like I'm not talking Pro Bowl, I'm talking all pro. His pass blocking is that good. He is the best pass blocking guard prospect I have seen in a very long time, and you are getting him in the 4th round. If you could maybe get him in the 5th round.
The difference.
Don't overthink it.
The difference between him and Vega is not big enough for me to want to take Vega in round 1 as opposed to Zune in round 3 or 4, wherever he's going to go.
I would take Zune at his price tag over Vega 10 times out of 10.
I'd do it for literally any interior offensive lineman.
Yeah, you are getting a guy. Right now he's a specialist. He's a specialist, but you can play a specialist. There's guys in the NFL that just suck at both, and they're starting on teams. They're starting on good teams.
Have to play right away either.
That's
like
it.
this is
you're drafting
this is
him in
an
the
offensive
4th,
line
5th
class
round.
where like a lot of these dudes aren't going to play right away. Like
Yeah.
depending on the team, like Freeling does not matter where he goes, he's not playing right away. Just isn't going to. Fonau, like he's probably not going to play right away unless it's like the perfect situation. Like Detroit, he probably plays right away. Cleveland, he probably plays right away. That's like it. Uh, like Maui Noah, I think is like the guy that plays right away. But even him, it's like if you have to kick Maui Noah into guard, why the fuck would I not just take Zune in round 4 anyways, and then just take
Exactly.
literally any other position?
Exactly. Yeah. I like Zune. I haven't graded out past pick. I think I've gotten my top 50 like solidified. He will be in my top 75, probably closer to like the 60s.
Mhm.
Um, I I just like guys that are good pass blockers in college. Like it, the guys who are elite run blockers but struggle heavily in pass pro versus guys like Zune who are very good in pass pro but struggle in run blocking. The guys like Zune have much better NFL careers.
And
They just
Zune
do.
is not just a very good pass protector, he is the best pass protector we have seen in literally years.
Yeah, this is the best PFF pass block grade I think ever.
Yeah, I mean 97.8. Who the fuck would even be close to higher than that?
I didn't even know it went that high. I'm going to be completely
I
honest with
think
you.
the highest PFF grade I ever saw was Edger and Cooper, and that was like 95.3. And but that was overall grade, and that actually.
Yeah, I remember Trey Harris had something ridiculous.
Yeah, Trey Harris was good. I know
PFF grade
Kyle
against
Hamilton
zone.
was really high.
His PFF grade against zone was insane because he averaged like 10 yards per route run ran against zone
Trey
coverage.
Harris.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
he
trying to.
he broke like every single metric ever.
I'm trying to think of like who this year. Like Abdul Carter had a crazy PFF grade, but like
Mhm.
that wasn't surprising to anybody.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know. I love the Zune poll. Like I really do. I don't know who takes him. Like I have no fucking idea. He's gonna go on day 2. So like I have. Yeah, I mean, I guess he could go on day 3. Whoever, if you get Trey Zune on day 3, dude, you
you win the draft.
immediately won day 3. Like I don't
Yeah,
care what the rest of your picks look like.
yeah. You can go into your second one. Otherwise, I'd sit here and talk about Trey Zune for 30 minutes.
I'm gonna combine 2 of my guys because I
Okay.
just realized how similar they are, and that's T.J. Parker and Gabe Acas out of
Okay.
Illinois. Um, Not that they're similar like in the way that they win. I just think Akis, for example, like when I watch Gabe Akis, and this is gonna sound weird because there's like one player that like is the comp for him, and it's Trey Hendrickson. But I just like see it, like really big, powerful like pass rusher, but also wins with like twitch. I don't think he wins with like bend, but he wins with like quickness,
Okay.
elusivity, if that makes sense. Like it's not,
Mhm.
he's not, trying to think, he's not like Bailey, but he's also not like Falk. He is a good mix of everything, and I feel the same way with TJ Parker. Like I think TJ Parker is going to give you like the best blend of pass rush and run defense. I think Akis is more like pass rusher,
Mhm.
but I also just think he's like a really good pass rusher. And he has the size, he has the length, he has the measurables, he has the film, like he has everything. He
Where's
has
Akis
everything.
supposed to go?
He'll go in the second round.
Okay.
So it's not like a crazy poll. Like it's not, it's I'm not like out here saying fucking yeah, Jeremiah Love, my guy. Yes. But I'm also not saying fucking Joe Schmo getting ready to be taken in the 11th round is my guy. So
Yeah, no.
I
You
think
gotta
it's
have the mid. You have to have the like 2 through 5s or 2 through 4s
yeah,
because
because especially in an edge class like this where there's so many different archetypes, like I'm just banking on the guy that's like really big, really powerful, has a lot of like really technically sound, like just kind of ready to play right away with also like simultaneously a lot of room to grow as a player.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like Akis. I really like Parker. Um,
There.
I just am like a fan of guys that I am guaranteeing like a 10-year NFL career. Like maybe Parker never makes an All Pro, but I can guarantee you he'll have a double digit sack season with a good run defense grade more years than not. And I think
Yeah.
the same thing with Akis, except I would reckon Akis is like if he hits, he's going to be an exceptional pass rusher, and the run defense won't matter because he's
Yeah,
just so
because he's that good of a pass rusher.
like
Yeah, I need to watch more Akis. I haven't watched enough, but I'm 100% echoing everything you say about TJ Parker. I
I think
genuinely like don't
real
know
quick,
why he's in the second round.
better comp, better comp that I just thought of instead of Hendrickson is Judon for Akis.
Okay, yeah,
I think Matthew Judon is a relatively decent comp because I don't think Judon is like the pure pass rusher that Hendrickson ever was, but I think like that's a relatively like if he is 70% of what Matthew Judon was or Hendrickson,
it's a good player.
you take that at a 50, you're walking out of the draft happy and you now you have, your DPR for the next 10 years. And then
Yeah,
if he can be a solid in run, if he can be a net neutral in run defense, cool. Now you have a 3-down player.
yeah, now you have that's a great player. That is
Mhm.
a more than serviceable player yeah, that's a good player. But yeah, I absolutely echo everything you say with TJ Parker. Like,
Dude,
I
love
don't
him.
know why TJ Parker's not in the first round. I really
Dude,
don't.
the people when I see him fall to the second and I see guys like Cassius Howell over him,
Fall?
I'm just like, what the fuck are we watching, man?
I
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't. I'm the same way with Falk. Like, I don't. TJ Parker or
Even
Falk?
even with Falk, like I could understand because teams fall in love with the measurables. Like as
Yeah,
far as
no, and I get
him
that.
getting taken ahead of him, I could get it. But like when we're doing like grades and I see people grade Falk, Howell, RMT, like these guys over Parker, I'm just like, like what am I missing? I guess like
I think Parker has the safest floor of any
yes,
projected second round pick, not this year, ever. Like what? Like when you get to the second round, there's some safe picks in the second round, but like for the most part, it's like you're taking a decent gamble with some of these guys because second round you still have the like ceiling shots, but they're not as guaranteed or not as likely as the first round picks, and they're not as like not super safe picks. But it's like T.J. Parker, I know I'm getting a good player with T.J. Parker. I know
mhm,
it. I There is nothing on his film that says I'm not getting a good NFL player, and you're getting him in anywhere from 30 to 40. Why?
yeah.
And it's
No,
not like he doesn't even have a ceiling. It's like not even like, oh, Cassius Howell or Keldrick Falk or whatever. They have like way higher. TJ Parker is a great ceiling. TJ Parker can be like you said, double digit 10, 12 sack
Yeah.
guy and be a
When I
very
say double
productive run
digit, I'm
defender.
not saying like he's gonna go get 17. I'm
Oh, no,
saying
no,
like
no. He's going to be.
he will peak at like 11, 12,
Yeah,
maybe.
it's going to be if he gets double digit, it's going to be 10, 11, 12. He's not going to be a teen sack guy, but it's also that's not really his game because he's a bit bigger.
Mhm.
He can move around on the D line. Like he can
Dude,
be a
and
situational interior pass rusher.
here's
And
the
he's going
thing.
to be a very good run defender. Like I
Here's my theory with Parker and like why he's getting mocked where he was. In 2024, he had 11 sacks, 19 and a half tackles for loss, and 6 forced fumbles as a sophomore.
yeah.
This guy, and if you were tuned in to pre-draft, like pre-season this year, this
Hmm.
past year for 2025, this guy was going top 5 everywhere.
Yeah,
Couldn't find a mock
everywhere.
without him. And so when he didn't have as good of a season, was still the best defender on Clemson's defense. When he didn't have as good of a season, people just naturally like dropped him lower than I think they should have.
Way
Like
lower.
I'm not saying take him in the top 15 because I do think the ceiling is limited enough to
Mhm.
that's you can't justify that. But if you're getting to the point where like you say you're a team like Buffalo sitting at the end of the first round, right? And you've been dealing with these like I don't even want to say boom or bust, but like your edge room has been like me, you, and 3 guys we pulled from the retirement home every single year. A guy like TJ Parker who's just like, dude, he's just good at everything. Like
Yeah.
just like I really couldn't even like give you a great flaw. Like I get like his pass rush bag isn't the deepest, but like why does that matter when the ways that he does win, he wins so effectively?
Yeah,
Like
I
the
I
long
just
arm, the bull rush. You
Yeah,
know,
I
like
just do not understand his. I'm taking it. He is graded in my top 25. I have him
if
at 22. I,
look, to put it into a Chiefs perspective, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but like I would take TJ Parker at 40 as opposed to Ruben Bain or David Bailey at 9.
yeah,
Not because of the player, but just because of the value. Like, and
yeah. You
I
could go get a Tyson, not a Tyson, like a Lemon at
literally
9,
any
and
of the
then
three
get
receivers,
yeah, pretty much any
like
of them, and then
any of the
go
three
get
receivers, Downs. I guess you're not taking Love anymore. I
so
wouldn't take
say
Porter.
hypothetically, instead of taking David Bailey or Ruben Bain at 9, you take, let's go, Makai Lemon.
Yeah,
Makai Lemon at 9, and then you get TJ Parker at 40. Versus you go and you take a Ruben Bain at 9, and then you're going for wide receiver at 40. Say Casey Concepcion goes before
Mhm.
40, and then you are stuck there with
Yep.
Chris Bell,
Chris Bell, buddy.
Razzle. Like,
I do
would
like
you
Chris.
rather have Ruben Bain and Chris Bell, or would you rather have Makai Lemon and TJ Parker? I don't even
Not
think it's
even close to a
close.
question for me. Like,
No,
I'm not even thinking twice.
even if Casey Concepcion makes it to 40, I still don't think it's close. It would be
No, no,
closer.
no.
It'd be
Like,
closer, but like I'd still much rather have the elite wide receiver
I
plus
don't think
TJ
I don't think
Parker.
the gap between like KC and like Chris Bell or like Omar Cooper Jr. or like just whoever like your fifth or sixth favorite wide receiver, the gap between the top three and then those guys is like
Massive.
I would take the Lemon Tate
Yeah, exactly.
Tyson route 10 times out of
100%.
10, and
100%.
that's how like I look at George Karlaftis is someone I hate to keep bringing up Chiefs players, but like that's who he gets comped to very frequently because of just you know what you're getting when you draft him. You're getting a really good run defender. You're getting a guy with a ceiling with like no I don't want to say a non-capped ceiling as a pass rusher, but like there is more to gain as a pass rusher. Like
Yeah, I agree.
his 2024 tape showed that. Like there is more to him. I love TJ Parker. Like I would take him as early as like 20 to Dallas. Like
I would too.
seriously.
He
And
is,
I
he is
honestly
in my
think
top
like
25 easily.
I don't even think it's a terrible thing at 14 to Baltimore. If I'm being
It's reasonable. I'm perfectly fine TJ Parker going very early. He is my
just
edge
miss
3.
me with the Cassius Howell and Keldrick Falk shit.
He's my
Like,
edge 3, and I think so. There's a tier break between like after Bain and Bailey. Like I
For
have
sure.
Bailey 1, Bain 2. TJ Parker's my 3 now at this point,
Mhm.
and there's like a tier break for me after that.
Yeah.
Not a huge one, but there's a tier break.
Who would be the guy like right after? Because I'm kind of
I'm
leaning
trying to think.
Akis.
There's Akis, you got Falk, you got Cassius Howell. Yeah, I
He's not
like
even,
RMT.
He's not even gonna be in like my top 8, dude. I don't like.
I like RMT as well. I mean, if you count Mesidor, it's probably Mesidor.
Oh,
Um,
100%. Yeah, that's probably who it would be.
yeah, Mesidor.
He's kind of the same thing as TJ Parker. He's just way better right now, but he's
Yeah,
also
if you're
3
counting
years older.
Mesidor, I guess he'd be my 3, and then Parker would be my
Yeah.
4. But
But then
all right.
it comes into account like, okay, does the age come into account? And it should.
Mhm.
It should. Like a Messidor is gonna go before TJ Parker. That's going to happen. But when we look at it 3 years from now, and TJ Parker's 25 and Messidor is 28, I don't think people are gonna look at that pick the same way.
No.
I think people are gonna say, why didn't you just take Parker? Because now you can extend him, past his rookie contract and not have to worry about him just falling off a cliff.
It's also like Mesidor has to outproduce TJ Parker like by a lot immediately, and I mean if he doesn't, the pick's a failure. Like
Dude,
that's just how it is.
who I genuinely feel for the team that drafts Messidor, because dude, he has to work. If he doesn't, that is one of the worst picks. And
It's a
it's
Devontae
good.
Wyatt thing.
It's gonna look so much worse the further along we get.
Yeah.
Because
He
like
doesn't
right
hit-
now,
yeah, it's a Devontae Wyatt all over again. It's the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah, no shit. Like the exact, almost like, how old was Devontae? He wasn't this old coming out of college, was
I
he?
believe he was 23, 24 going on 25 or 23 going on 24.
23 going on 24 sounds about right. But maybe
Oh, no, he was 24. I don't know if he was 24 going on 25, but he's 24 because I remember when the Packers drafted him, there was a bunch of stuff going on. Kenny Clark got extended after, like, got his second contract when he was 24, and Green Bay drafted Devontae Wyatt at 24.
yeah, okay. That makes more sense. So like
Um,
same age. Same
yeah,
same age. Now
yeah,
different players for sure.
yeah. They're not the same player, but
Yeah.
it's a very similar situation. All
I
right.
think I'm gonna like I really do like Messidor. Like I think he will work. Like that's why I'm like if Dallas took him at 20, I'd have no problem with it because I
Yeah,
do
no,
think he is going to be a
he's
good
a good
player.
player.
But yeah, anyways, who's
All
your
right.
next my guy?
All right, I'm going to gloss over one of them because I probably could have combined them with Trey Zune because they're like pretty similar, and then I'm going to get on to my fourth one.
Mhm.
So the guy I'm just going to gloss over, Iowa fan. This was a late addition because me and Landon unknowingly had the same player, and since he went to Oklahoma,
Shout out
I let
Favechi
Landon take him.
Woo.
What a
Good player.
guy. So I replaced him with another interior offensive lineman, and I went with Logan Jones. He's a guy that I have graded top 45. I have him at, I think, 42 right now. He is a very good pass blocker, very good, hard to tell with Iowa's passing offense, but he is a very good pass blocker. He's a very good run blocker. He made Caleb Johnson look like a future All-Pro and not a future backup to Rico Dowdle, or third string to Rico Dowdle and Jalen Warren. Very good player. He's a very good athlete. He's like 6'2". He was like 6'2", 299, so a very small
Yeah.
center. And
I'm
his
I'm
relative
reading it right
athletic
now.
score was
6'3",
still a
299.
9.5.
Yeah, I mean almost
That's a
31-inch
ridiculous
arms.
athlete.
Like, and it's to me, Logan Jones is like it's another one of those guys where it's like he's never gonna like rack up accolades. He's never gonna be on like a top 10 under 25 list or anything like that. But if you get a guy who can be your starting center, like for the next decade,
Yeah,
like
that's it.
I think Logan Jones, Fabechi Wewu, Sam Hecht fits that role. Like I think
Mhm.
I probably like Logan Jones the most out of all of them because I think he's the best athlete.
Oh
Like
yeah,
he can do the most.
he Logan Jones, I have him very high. He was a 95th percentile athlete, and he was like a 42nd percentile athlete in terms of like his size. So that means his like speed, agility, all that, 99th percentile, like demon athlete. He will gain weight.
Sub 5 second 40, by the way, which
Yeah,
is like
unbelievable.
sub in 175 10 yards. But like this dude is explosive.
He's going
Out
to
of
be pulling, and he is going to be hitting people. But yeah, he's very good. He is my number one true center. I think he is very good. I don't want to
watching
come
some
off.
clips, dude. He can fucking
Yeah, he can fly. He
wow.
outrun like he. There was plays where he was moving faster than Caleb Johnson, and but yeah, Caleb Johnson was fast, man. Like he was fast in college. Don't get me wrong. Logan Jones he's just like
The
that.
streets will
Um,
never forget Caleb Johnson running back when
oh,
one
I liked him
agenda's
a
being
lot.
pushed.
Logan Jones just made him look like a demon. But yeah, Logan Jones really good. I would draft him in the early second round. I don't care. I don't care that he's a center. I don't care that he's small. I would draft him that early. He is that good, and he will probably go later than that, which means that is a valuable draft pick according to me.
I think like
And
what does a world look like where a team let me think of an example real quick. Like interior offensive lineman needy team. Like okay, good one. If Baltimore walked out of the draft with Zune and Jones, I I feel like you have your interior offensive lineman, whether Zune plays left or right. I feel like you have your center and your guard figured out for the next decade.
yeah, it's and you, yeah, pretty much. And Derrick Henry would love Logan Jones. Lamar Jackson would love
Yeah.
Trey Zune. Like they're just such a valuable pick because of where they're going in the draft. It's just
Mhm.
I don't care that he's center.
Yeah.
I don't care that he's small. I don't care that Zune can't run block. They're good players. They should go before where they're projected to go.
I guess Zune is like the complete like opposite Baltimore Raven, but like
It's
Jones,
fine.
100% makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's a Raven right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
honestly, a lot like Linderbaum. I'm not trying
yeah,
to helmet scout, but he is a very similar
he
player.
is very similar. Yeah.
Um, The guy I wanted to highlight more, just because I feel like Logan Jones isn't like super. I mean, I feel like a lot of people in the draft area know him and are
Hmm.
like familiar with him.
Yeah,
The
for
guy I
sure.
wanted to highlight, Caleb Proctor, interior defensive lineman out of Southeast Louisiana.
Yeah, good luck finding film on this fucking guy. I tried.
He is a
Shit's not
freak.
fun.
He is an absolute freak. He is small. He came from a small college,
Is he
so that means
related? Is he related to Caden Proctor? I would.
I should know that because I went to Iowa and I like, or not went to Iowa. I played against
I'm looking
him
it
in
up.
high school, but I do not know.
I'm gonna look it up. You keep doing your thing.
All right, Caleb Proctor went to Southeast Louisiana, and he is a small. He's undersized for an interior defensive lineman, so he will go on day 3. I mean, there's a world he goes undrafted. I doubt it because of how much of a freak he is. I would imagine he goes in the 5th or 6th. He is going to be a productive pass rush specialist out of your interior defensive lineman. He's going to go day 3 because of the things I listed, and he's just not going to be a 3-down guy. He is not a good enough run defender because he is not big enough. He
Hmm.
simply just isn't big enough. He can put weight on, but it won't matter. Like his frame won't allow him to get big enough while maintaining what makes him so great with it, which is his athleticism. But he is just kind of awesome. Like his pass rush bag for an interior defensive lineman is awesome. He gets by guys with ease, which I mean he plays at Southeast Louisiana, so you got to take that into account.
Hmm.
But he is like very technically sound. Obviously, he had a 9.5 RAS score while
Bro,
being
had
undersized.
40 pressures, dude.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Holy
And
shit.
I feel like I do this a lot and I hate it, but it's such an easy comparison. Carl Brooks coming out of I believe Bowling Green was a very similar build, came from a small school, absolutely lit up his like the teams he was playing against, very similar production profile. So and Carl Brooks as a rookie was a very good player, like a very good pass rush specialist out of the interior. He's had a down last year or two, but he's still a productive NFL player. So picture that, but a much, 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 much better athlete. Much better athlete. He is
Yeah.
a freak. He is Carl Brooks plus plus plus, and that's a good NFL player. That's a good
Yes.
NFL player, and
You
you're
are
getting him
not
in the 5th or 6th round.
you are not drafting this guy to be your pass rushing 3 tech day one.
No, no.
That is not what you are drafting him for. You are drafting him to adapt to the speed of the NFL because once again he played at Southeastern Louisiana.
Yep.
You want me to? The best team he played all year was Illinois State.
Hey, Illinois State.
Shout out Illinois State.
Shout out Jalen Gaines.
One of the best FCS teams in the country last year. Fun fact. Yeah, no, I mean, you look at his grades and then you look at what he did postseason and all the. I'm trying to remember. Was he at the? I think it was the Shrine Bowl.
Yeah, East-West
Yes,
Tribal.
okay.
He lit it up.
Shrine Bowl tore it up. I couldn't remember if it was the Shrine or the Senior. I was pretty sure it was the Shrine.
Good try. Yeah, yeah.
He killed it in the Shrine, and there were clips where it's like this dude teleports off the ball, like
Yeah, he's
the way
too
he moves.
fast.
It's like, you want to be like, okay, Southeastern Louisiana, but then you watch him and it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's by guy. His best thing on tape is his get off. Like there's elite pass rushers that don't have great get offs, and there's like it obviously helps to have a very good get off. He is moving as the ball is like moving. As the ball is moving, like the ball moves half an inch and he's
Oh,
off.
hold on,
He's
I
go
made a
ahead.
mistake. I'm rewatching his cut ups because they played LSU this year.
Oh,
He is torching LSU, dude. Like these guys do not stand H. They can't do anything.
he's too athletic, and I think if you add I think he was like what was he like 285, 290?
6'3", 280, I think is what it says.
Okay,
I would
that sounds
assume
about
he's
right.
I would assume he's bulked up since then.
Yeah, he's probably bulked up. If you can bulk him up to like 300, 305,
Like
but
a
maintain his freakish athletic. Like you're going to lose a little speed, you're going to lose a little burst if you gain 20, 25 pounds. But if you can maintain the majority of it, that's a great player. worst case scenario, I think with him, you're drafting him fifth, sixth round. He's one of the best special teams players in football.
Yeah.
Like you put him on your punt team on the line, and you let him go just kill people. You put him on your kickoff team, and you let him go kill people. Like he's too athletic. He's just too fast to
I
not
cannot
be a
stop
productive
watching
player in some aspect of football. And even if you get a very good special teams player in the sixth round, you are very happy with that pick.
What do you think of Milton Williams as his comp? As far as like if he reached his 90th percentile outcome.
I feel like that's probably closer to like his 100th, but yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean like if everything goes perfect, if he's Milton
Yeah,
Williams, like that's
yeah.
probably about right. No, I,
Yeah,
I can't stop
see it.
watching this LSU cut up, dude. He like
He's good.
the
If he
quickness
went
off the snap, the
to
hand fighting, it's like he doesn't look out of place at all in this
No.
like in this competition. You know, like
if he went to throw out a school here, if he went to Oklahoma State,
random.
dog shit Power 5 conference school, he'd be a third rounder.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be a third rounder.
He
And
might still be. Like
he
the
could
way-
be. He could. I mean, he's going to rise with his
Mm-hmm.
testing and all that. But like, if he goes to a Power 5 school, even a bad one, he is going in the third round, and he'd go even earlier than that if he was a little bit bigger. Like he's a good player, and you're getting him in the fifth or sixth round potentially. Like
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
related to Caden Proctor, by the way. I've
Okay.
come to find out. Which, watching this tape, Caden Proctor in no conceivable universe could ever have the footwork that this guy has. Never. Not possible.
all right, do you have
Um,
one more guy?
Yes.
I think we both have one more.
Yes. I'm going to talk about Traden Stukes here,
Okay.
who is the cornerback out of Arizona. I mentioned earlier that I loved this defensive backs class, and I do. Traden Stukes is a safety / nickel corner. Can play both. This dude, super technically sound, like incredibly smart in coverage, really high IQ. Like just okay, see ball, get ball, see motion, go motion. Like I see an in breaking route, or like I see the dig. I understand the vertical route is coming. I see the vertical route. I understand that underneath route is coming. I don't know exactly what depth it's going to be at, but he is 4.33 speed, 1.5 10-yard split. Like he gets after the ball. Damn near is a 38-inch vertical. I don't, and it's funny because like I can't come up with a comp for him like at all, because I feel like what is so valuable to his game is just how smart he is, which is something that's like kind of hard to quantify in defensive backs. Like there's a million, like you have to be a smart corner to be a great corner in the NFL or a great safety. Like, but that's just really what it is. He's a phenomenal athlete who is so technically sound, and he's so smart in coverage. Like it doesn't matter if he like loses a step in coverage because he understands how to leverage his body to force a pass breakup. He understands how to leverage his body in the run fit. He understands how to leverage his own like coverage angles to where he's not taking himself out of a play. Reads a quarterback's eyes, understands like direction from receivers. Like he's able to calculate where the third receiver in the stem is heading based on where the tight end is moving. You know, like it's just shit like
Mhm.
little shit like that you see on tape. That's like you pair that with someone who legitimate freak athlete. I just don't see how a guy like this fails. I guess
You
is my
can't
like
fail with that.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like I'm trying to pull up my document that I wrote for him. I put the lateral agility is a little bit scary and has a hard time flipping his hips in coverage. That is literally the only two weaknesses I have for him. Which those are tough to fix. Like hip mobility and hip flexion is like that literally ruins some corners and safeties' careers. Like not being able to turn your hips. I think Jeff Okudah is like the prime example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love trading Stooks, and not just because he's a safety, but like you can play him as your nickel, you can play him in the box, you can play him as your coverage safety, sound tackler. I think he kind of high points tackles a little bit too much, but like he's a taller guy, so that kind of makes that'll get fixed. I have no zero
Mm.
worries about that. Like that's do one training camp in the NFL. I promise that'll be fixed.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, I love trading Stooks. This is another one of those guys that I'm like, guarantee me an NFL player. I don't know what
Hmm.
like the ceiling looks like, but guarantee me a good NFL player. That's what I see with trading Stooks.
Yeah. No. And where's he projected to go?
I think anywhere between like the third and fourth round. Um,
Okay.
Once again, it's not the player. I think this player in any given draft would go late second, like for one of the first guys taken in the third. It's just there are so many good corners and there are so many good safeties that it's like, yeah, if he was like the fifth or sixth, well, hold on, let me rephrase. If he was like the eighth defensive back taken off the board, corners and safeties combined, so say he's like the 40 somethingth pick, wouldn't be shocked at all. But if he was like the 95th pick, I also wouldn't be shocked at all.
That's fair.
It kind of sucks, just the class that he's in, but I love the
Mhm.
player. Like
Yeah.
I have zero worries about like any of the weaknesses that are just like unable to get fixed.
Hmm.
Like for example, a guy like, and I don't think this will kill him at all, but like Mansour Delane, and he did just run a 4.3. I think it was a 4.3 840. Um, it was his pro day though, so like I don't really know how much to take. Like I
Yeah.
don't know how much to like actually value that, but like top speed has always been a question. Same with like Will Johnson last year. Like that is something where like that legitimately can kill you. That can kill your career. I just don't see like anything on his tape, like on his profile, that would just like kill his career.
Like he's just gonna be productive. At,
Yeah,
in
like
some decision.
I'm trying to think of like what his 10th percentile outcome would be, and it's like I don't know, like Jalen Thompson. Like if it just really like he hits a cap, and I guess I shouldn't say that because like Jalen Thompson's a really good NFL player, but like what's a better example? Like
Rookie? No. Year two. Actually, no, he's too small. I was thinking Darnell Savage just because the athleticism checks out in the like range and stuff, but he was too small. Darnell Savage
I was
was a
about to
little
say
boy.
I was about to say he's way bigger than Darnell Savage ever was.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's 6'1", 190, uh, which isn't like huge, but 6'1" is tall for a
Yeah,
safety.
6'1" tall. Savage, I
It's
believe, is like 5'10".
right, and like best safety in football, or some of the best safeties in football, Brian Branch, Antoine Winfield Jr., like it's genuinely beneficial to be under 6 feet. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but
It
I
actually,
don't think that like I don't think that height like plays negatively into
no,
his
I don't think
grade.
so either.
So,
No.
yeah, that's my guy, Traden Stukes.
My final one, this will be pretty quick because there wasn't a whole lot of scouting that went into this. It is tight end John Michael Gillenborg, I think is how you say it.
Wyoming legend.
And
Is it Gillenborg
my,
or Gillenborg?
it's probably Gillenborg. Either way, it's ugly.
Gee,
My reasoning is very simple. Tight ends that do well in the NFL, like especially like the later ones, like you have your George Kittles, and just like any tight end that's drafted after like round 3, that actually any tight end that's drafted after round 2 and like performs really well in the NFL. Look at their athletic profile. Look at Tucker Kraft, who was drafted in the 3rd round, freak athlete. George Kittle, freak athlete. I could go on for. Wasn't Darren Waller like a day 2 or 3 pick? I believe he was a. I believe he was a 3rd or a 4th round pick. I'm not. I'm not 100% sure.
McBride is another one.
He was in the 2nd, but yeah, also great athlete. Darren Waller, I believe, fits this. Great athlete. Like, if you're going to take a shot on a late day 2 or any point of day 3 tight end, take a shot on the athleticism. I don't care about athleticism for any position other than tight end. It matters. Like
Around
all
Big
of the
Gatsby.
elite tight ends are great athletes. like not just good like great athletes. And luckily for John Michael, he is a 99th percentile athlete. He ran a 4.640. Let me just pull up his
He
testing,
ran a
his
four
RAS
six.
scorecard. Yes,
What the
4.6
fuck?
flat.
Wow, holy shit,
Here we
man.
go.
Yeah, I just don't give a fuck about the production, dude. A 4.640, 36-inch vertical, damn near 11
Yeah,
or
six
fucking not 11
six.
inch, but 11-foot broad jump. Like holy shit,
He was 6'6", 250. Had a 35.5-inch vertical, 10 almost 11-foot broad,
dude.
a 4.6 flat 40, a let's say a 2.68 20-yard split, and a 1.6 flat 10-yard split, while also a 4.22 shuttle.
Dude, this is just like value Tyler Warren.
Yeah, and I I I do this every year. There's always a tight end that's going to go like in the late day 2 or some point day 3 that is a freak athlete, and I'm just going to be like, watch out for this guy because he could do it because he's a freak athlete. And most of the time, I'm wrong. Like Jelani Woods, the list can go on and on.
Demon.
But this guy is a freak. He just is, and he didn't have he doesn't have a great production profile, but when I watch him,
Don't
he
care.
runs clean routes. He's not like a special route runner. He doesn't have special hands, but he can split out. He runs clean routes, and he is going to be the best athlete on the field almost at all times.
Mm-hmm.
He just is. And when I'm looking at tight ends, that's what I'm looking at. I don't care about anything else. Like, obviously, if you're going in your first round, it's like you're getting your Brock Bowers or your Kyle Pitts, these guys who have crazy production profiles, also are good athletes, came from good schools, whatever. But after that, after the first round and like early to mid second round, give me the athletes. Find me a Tucker Kraft. Find me a John Michael Yillenborg. Like, that's just it.
Leawood, Kansas, hometown. That this guy's on the agenda. He just has to be.
Demon. He was ranked, I believe, the 13th most athletic tight end of the like 1,200 that have been graded in the last like 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
13th out of 1,200, roughly. He's a pretty good athlete. He is a pretty good route runner, and he is probably going to go in the 4th round or 5th round. Close your
Yeah,
eyes, throw a dart.
I'm kind of with you on like the just bank on the traits, just
Yeah,
bank on the athlete, and
yeah,
I have not got to his tape yet because I just like quite
not a whole
frankly
lot of it.
there's so many tight ends in this class
Yeah,
that I have to get to. Like I'm not even like halfway done with my tight end scouting, and I have 9 grades for him. So
yeah. I really don't scout the tight end class like ever. Like, obviously you have your years like where you had the Hawkinson and Fant year where you have multiple going in the first round, and then you
like
have the
last
year
year,
like yeah, and then you have the year with Laporta and Kincaid going in the top, I believe top 35, top 40,
yeah, I
stuff like
think
that. So
yeah.
you'll always like those draft classes are fun. This year it's like I don't love Kenyon Sadiq. Like, I think he's going to be a good football player. I think he will be better than John Michael Yillenborg.
Hmm.
I don't think he is worth a first round pick. I don't.
No, he's gonna get taken in the first. I
Oh, for
think
sure.
like I think once you get into like the late 20s, I'm kind of like, okay, I get it. Like, just get the athlete, like get the
Yeah, he's
just
he's a
mismatched
great
nightmare.
athlete. He has great hands, great size. He's a good player, and he's obviously much safer than John Michael. But
Mhm.
you're getting John Michael 3 to 4 rounds later. I like the shot, and there really isn't a whole lot of scouting behind this. I watched him. He looked pretty twitchy. He looked agile. He looked like he can break tackles when he catches the ball. Like, he looked like he could separate.
Mhm.
Granted, played at Wyoming. Take that with a grain of salt.
Mhm. I mean, we just talked about a guy from southeastern
Southeast Louisiana.
Louisiana
Yeah.
who was fucking dominating LSU. So
Yeah, when I watch the tape, I see a fine football player, and then when I turn off the tape, I look at numbers of a inhuman athlete. So you mix what I think is a fine football player, and then you add that he's a freak athlete at the one position where being a freak athlete. But yeah, that was my last name. That's all I got. I think you went through your last name.
Yep.
So I think we're
Yeah,
good to close this up. Oh wait, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna tomorrow probably look at some JMG film because I kind of want to get a view of just like how he moves as an athlete. I know he only had 250 receiving yards last year and 1 touchdown, but like production at a place like that is just so like I just don't care. You know, you're not drafting a guy because he dominated against what even conference is Wyoming?
I could not tell you.
I can find this out. Hold on. I don't fucking know. He's in the G5. Yeah, one of those schools. Yeah, I mean, I talked about everybody I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I think I'm all right on my end.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Ball and Blitz podcast. As always, share with your friends, share with your parents, share with your dog, share with your fucking, I don't know, share it
Everybody.
to a homeless person if you want to. Going to continue to put out more draft content. The draft is approaching very fast.
Very
It is
close.
less than a month. It is less than a month away.
Oh, yeah.
So it's about that time. And we will do, oh man, we're going to have so much stuff to talk about after the draft, man. We will literally have infinite amounts of episodes of things to talk about.
It will get us to the regular season.
It will. Yeah. I mean, it definitely get us to training camp. So.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I will catch y'all later.
See ya.